Hello everyone. My name is Laquan Williams, and today in this video, I'm going to be doing a review of season 1 of Dexter New Blood. This is season 1, episode 4. The title of this episode is called H is for Hero. It aired today on the 28th of November 2021, and essentially we're obviously seeing, like I said, every episode each week is a continuation of what's going on. Obviously, in this 10-part episode series of the revival of Dexter, which is obviously titled New Blood, where now his son Harrison, who he's been living with now for the past couple episodes, just came back into his life after him not being away from him being away from him for over 10 years because Dexter obviously faked his death. Harrison didn't know about that. He's been living in foster care homes for years now after his mother obviously died. And then somebody else was taking care of him. So that's what we've been seeing. So, and also, like I said, Dexter's living in Iron Lake. It's a small town upstate New York. He is going by the name Jim Lindsay. He works at a hunting store, obviously because they're doing hunting and fishing. They're obviously down there with people having guns and stuff. Even though you can hunt animals, you just can't shoot on any Indian reservation, Native American land, obviously, because that's illegal. Against the law, you can get fined for it. So he's working at a hunting sporting goods store, basically. As far as Matt Caldwell goes, they're not looking for him anymore because his father came out and said that Matt is essentially he said that he obviously is alive. This is obviously a lie. Kurt Caldwell told everybody his son's alive. He talked to him on the phone and on FaceTime. Essentially, what's going on is his son is his father, Kurt's father, Matt Caldwell's father, Kurt. He's playing everybody. So we just saw in this episode that it's been revealed that he's actually the serial killer slash, I guess you could say kidnapper, who's been kidnapping all these girls in town and keeping them in some type of torture slash dungeon room, and also in separate rooms, and also kidnapping them and also killing them and torturing them. So he's the one who's been doing this. That was revealed a couple weeks ago, but there was no clues about that. It's just based off of what how he was talking to Dexter, but it didn't give any inclination that he was actually some type of serial killer. But now we have that confirmed because at the end of the episode, he brought one of these girls into a cellar door, who went with him to one of his houses or something, or cabin that he has, because he's obviously very rich and wealthy, successful businessman in the town. I don't know what he owns besides a restaurant, but he's obviously very important, obviously, and a pioneer and a pillar in that community of Iron Lake. The girl on the next episode, the trailer, the same girl that he was with, I think her name was Chloe. She had green hair. She needed bus fare money to go see her mom in another city. She got money from Kurt's dad. She got money from Kurt, who was Matt Caldwell's dad, and he told her he can't give her any more money, but he'll give her a job. She said no, just give me the money. So he convinced her to come back to his place, and it's looking like in the next episode that she's obviously trapped in a room somewhere. So it's confirmed now that the man with the white ski mask on, who shot that girl a couple episodes ago, is Kurt Caldwell. He's been the one who's been kidnapping the girls in the town for the past, I think it's like been 5 years or now, maybe even more, kidnapping them and killing them, and all these girls that have been gone missing. He's the one that's been doing it. Obviously, you would never expect it because he's a pillar in the community. He's helping people, donating money, doing all these things. So he's obviously he's played the role very well. And obviously, him being the guy who's been acting like a kind of a imposing his will like a complete and total hard ass, you wouldn't think that he would be doing that at all. Because, like I said, he still does a lot for the community. So he's played it off very well, just like how Dexter is Jim Lindsay. He's going under the name Jim Lindsay, but obviously in the past couple of years, he's been there since he's been in Iron Lake. He's been playing a different character, a complete and total different person, obviously, and he's done it very well. So that's why I explained that they're both very similar in specific different ways, obviously. And obviously Dexter becoming Jim Lindsay with his new name and identity, him dating the police chief of the town is very smart as well, because that keeps him not only off the radar, but under the radar of the police and obviously everybody else in the town, but also it keeps him close to the police, so he knows exactly what's going on. So he knows some information about what they know as well. So that helps him out. The girl who's like a blogger for crime scene and murder mystery, I guess you could say situations. She talked about Harrison's mother and how she got killed. She's also asking Angela, the police chief who Dexter is dating, for her to let her help her with the missing persons cases for all those girls. Angela decided to do that. We'll see what's happening with that. Even though she really doesn't like her, it was weird. She just came in there. She started making a martini. Said, I need you to let me help you." And she's like, "What? I don't think that's a good idea." Then in the end, Angela said, "Sure, fine. I'll tell you what I know." After she gave her some information herself, because she does her own investigative work. So besides her being a blogger, I guess she does her own little independent investigation work as well. But it didn't seem like it was serious at first, but I guess it is now. But it still was kind of weird because, and like I said, she pulled a bunch of alcohol out of her purse and just started making a martini right there. And she asked Angela if she wanted some. She said, "I can't drink on the job, obviously, because she's the police chief." So she drank it instead. That's basically what happened with that. Yeah. So as far as the whole Jim Lindsay situation, not Jim Lindsay, who Dexter's going by. As far as Matt Caldwell, his case is closed. There's still a couple of questions that Angela had for his father, but he's not going to answer them. He's lying to everybody because he's trying to throw everybody off of his scent and what he's doing with his son. But seeing as how now the other girls, some girls obviously are still going missing, and now this blogger girl is going to be helping Angela and the police. That actually is bad because now they're going to be looking at those cases now, because now seeing as how Matt Caldwell, his case is going to be closed because his father is doing that, saying he lied and said he talked to his son. I thought he was going through the griefing stage, like he was in denial, but obviously it's looking like he's doing that. So everybody is kind of like, "Oh, cool, Matt is he's fine, he's not here anymore. Let's not worry about that, focus on that." But this isn't a big, huge town, so his distraction of him killing these girls obviously isn't going to go unnoticed in what he thought it was going to happen, obviously, because that's been the main part of the talk of the town for years, all these girls going missing. So now the police are going to focus on that. He didn't put himself in a good spot, obviously, but he still thinks he's sneaky enough to get around that because nobody is suspecting that he's doing it, because Kurt Caldwell is, like I said, a very important figure in that community of Iron Lake. So that's what's happening. As far as Harrison goes and what happened at his school, his friend Ethan with the glasses, who's been getting picked on, he got stabbed by Harrison, but Harrison lied to everybody and said that Ethan did it, and it set him up. But it was easy for him to do that because he had all those drawings in his backpack that the police saw of him wanting to kill and shoot all his fellow students there at the school and be a new school shooter. They went to his house. They found all the guns and the hunting rifles and the knives and stuff. So his parents obviously couldn't deny it because he had those guns in his possession. So essentially, what happens is now that he's going to juvie, and Harrison is looked at as a hero. And unfortunately, Dexter found out that Harrison lied, so he's looking into him basically and saying, "Well," his sister Deborah Morgan was like, "I don't believe it." She said he told her, he said, "Listen," because she's obviously talking to him as a ghost in his consciousness. She said, "He's not like you. He's different." He keeps explaining it to his sister Deborah. Dexter said, "Listen, Harrison lied. He stabbed himself. Ethan did not stab him." Comes to find out it was true after Dexter showed his sister Deborah Morgan all the proof. Then he looked at the crime scene photos of a Harrison stab wound. He also looked at Harrison's stab wound himself because he put Band-Aids on him. So he knew he was lying. So that's what's going on. And he found the switch, the pocket knife, the ceramic blade that he has in his hands, and he's smiling because he knows that Harrison is just like him. He's figuring out that his son is apparently got his dark passenger, and he's going to be a serial killer like him. So I don't know what's going on with that, but why he cut Ethan, it makes no sense. He could have prevented Ethan from shooting that school up. All he had to do was tell the teachers, and he actually lied and said he was about to do that, but Ethan stopped him. He lied to the police. He lied to Ethan's parents as well when he went to go visit them at the hospital. Ethan at the hospital. His parents said that they don't want to see Harrison again, and then his mom said, "You could have came to us and told us that he was going to do this." I don't know why Harrison decided not to do that. It makes no sense to me, but he even though, because like this is what happened, he stopped Ethan from shooting the school up, but he stabbed Ethan. It was a big, huge spectacle and situation. The school got locked down either way, but this way Harrison looks like the hero. So either way, he could look like the hero. So his decision to stab Ethan obviously made no sense. Then he had to cut himself to make it look like he was the one who got stabbed by Ethan. So it was very crazy to see that. But the show has been fun and entertaining. That was essentially it. Yeah, like I said, they stopped the search for Matt Caldwell. His father came out and said he's in New York at some hotel on some drug bender. He doesn't call me for a few weeks or a few months. Essentially, he lied. So, like I said, he's trying to get everybody to stop focus, just to still kind of keep the focus on Matt a little bit. But basically, that's waning because everybody's like, "Oh, cool, Matt's fine." So now they're gonna get back to the girl's missing. So I don't know how he's expecting people to just move aside Matt and not worry about him. But even though they're not anymore because he's found. But they're not gonna look at the girls because, like I said, a bunch of girls who are dead keep popping up, obviously, and going missing. They're still looking into the case, but he's not a suspect. Nobody is, but we'll see. We'll see what's gonna happen. He might slip up or something. And that's probably what's gonna happen. Will help the police. So I don't know how that's gonna happen, but we'll see. I guess maybe that girl that went missing, Chloe, after his diner, him leaving there with her is gonna look bad, and essentially gonna make him be looked at as a suspect. I don't know if he's gonna kill her and dump her body somewhere for people to see on public in the public, within the public display. But it doesn't look good because the last place they're going to see her at is at his diner talking to him, and then him obviously leaving with her. So that makes him look bad. And Dexter actually was the one that saw him with her them talking in his diner. So exactly as soon as that pops up, Dexter's going to say, "Oh, you know what? He actually is a psychopath and a serial killer like me." And Dexter said he knew he was fishing when he was asking Dexter specific questions. So Dexter's like, I got to be very sneaky about it. But I don't think Dexter has fully suspected that he's a serial killer. Once that girl's body pops up next week, I think which will happen on episode 5 of Dexter New Blood, that Chloe girl who has the green hair, he's gonna look at him. Now Dexter can't tell the police that he believes that is Kurt, because obviously that's gonna be that's gonna tank the case and obviously taint any potential I guess you could say speculation or evidence that they could use, because they could say, and obviously Kurt Caldwell's defense with his lawyers, he could say, "You're dating the police chief. This is all a setup. I'm being framed. You're trying to set me up and throw me in jail because of what happened to my son. And you guys didn't like the fact that I told you to look for him and I ordered you to and use your resources, even though I've been donating money." So he could still look like the victim, even though Kurt Caldwell is a serial killer, obviously. So we'll see what happens with that. He also said he wanted to do something to take his son's life, obviously. So I should have stopped him years ago, or I guess cut him off with the money that he was even giving him, obviously, to run around and commit crimes, obviously, and doing all these drugs and stuff as the party boy he is. So we'll see what happens with that. The show has been fun. Like I said, it was like pretty I guess a crazy twist on the Harrison situation. I didn't think he was gonna stab Ethan. I thought he was gonna probably tell on him, but or possibly he could have got shot trying to stop Ethan after he went crazy and shot up his other students and possibly some teachers who are nice to him. But it's looking like it was just the student. It's looking like there was only students that were on his hit list / kill list that was discovered by the police. So that's essentially what happened. So that's basically it. That's my review for Dexter New Blood, season 1, episode 4, which is titled H is for Hero. That's basically it. We'll see what happens on the rest of the show for the next upcoming weeks. Obviously, it's 10 episodes long. There will be nothing more after this. This is the only Dexter revival that they're doing. Some people say there could be a New Blood with Harrison, which obviously wouldn't make any sense, because if they're calling it Dexter New Blood, why would there be another New Blood? Obviously, that'd be weird. So we'll see what happens with that. That's essentially all I have to say about this. And we'll see what happens on the next 6 weeks, because there's 6 more episodes left, 10 in total. And let me know what you think about it. The show down in the comment section if you've been watching it, or if you haven't been watching it, why haven't you? Let me know. And also, have you seen every season of Dexter? Or what was your favorite season of it, of the whole Raw show? And that's it. My video. That's it for my video. And thanks again for watching. But goodbye. Thank you.